What's up YouTube? Thanks for tuning back into the channel. So today I was actually going to update you guys on my latest modification to my 2016 Iron 883. But I thought, why not just go over all of the modifications that I have up to this point? Because I still seem to be getting a lot of questions on mainly Instagram about, what kind of Sissy Bar do you have? What kind of fairing is that? Where can I get this, that? So I thought it'd just be much easier if I put out a video that explains all the modifications that I've had. And I've changed a few things here and there since my last video, so might as well just go ahead and get one done. But yeah, stick around to the end of the video because I'm going to show you the latest modification that I have on my bike. I was kind of on the fence whether or not I should get it or not because of Sons of Anarchy made it a little bit more mainstream, but you know what? I liked it, so I went for it. No apologies. But let's get this video started. Roll that intro and we'll get this going. Roll that intro. Roll that intro. Starting off with this crater fairing that I purchased off of Amazon for about 40 or 50 bucks or so. It's been great, no problems with it. It does reduce the wind for me a little bit, so really enjoying it. Next, I still have the same, I think it's a Wismic fairing. It has a little halo. Let me turn it on for you guys here. Don't know if you can see it there. Has a cool little halo. I like it a lot. It cost me about 40 or 50 bucks, but that's been great for me. No issues whatsoever. Moving to the forks, I did black out the forks with this little, vinyl wrap. Yeah, this was also an Amazon job. Really like the sleek look, the matte black finish. It was pretty simple. It's just a wrap. You wrap it around the forks, and you're good to go. And then I also removed the orange reflectors, scraped it all off. Keeps it nice and clean. I'm trying to go for that black motif. All right, what else do we have? Sticking with the fairings, I do have the little chin fairing here. This was also either an eBay job or an Amazon one that I picked up for around like $25, $30 or so. Pretty self-explanatory. I do get some questions about what kind of air cleaner I have. This is a Screaming Eagle Performance air cleaner. Don't really exactly remember the name of the model, but I'll try to link it in the description. I really do like the aggressive look of this air intake. I haven't cleaned it yet, but yeah, it's probably time for some cleaning. Let's move over to the pipes, Vance & Hines short sots. Enough said about that. And then I did get a Kiriakin timing cover. I'm trying to, again, stick with the whole like blacked out look. And so got rid of the silver timing cover from Harley and just got the Kiriakin. Looks cool. It has that mesh cover on it. I like it. I do at some point also want to black out these bolts, but it's kind of crazy how expensive a black bolt kit can cost from Harley. And then moving right along, I do have a Lepera Seats Cafe Stubbs, I believe is the model. This is probably one of my favorite upgrades on the bike. Really locks you in with this perpendicular ridge right here. Keeps you nice and comfortable. The padding is pretty thin, and so you're not going to get the best comfort, but I thought it was a good blend between comfort and looks. Because in my previous videos, I've mentioned, I'm trying to keep the lines pretty nice and clean. In the future, I do also want to paint this oil dipstick cover. We'll try to get to that at some point. This is not really a crazy modification, but I did take the belt cover off, the plastic one on the bottom and the metal cover off. It's a fairly simple job. The plastic ones just came off with a few bolts, if I remember correctly. The metal top cover, you have to get behind and take off the little bolt here, and then this bolt here. But I really like that it exposes the belt. I know that it's a little cliche because everyone seems to be doing it, but I like it. And then continuing to move towards the back. Let me move my helmet. This is another question that I get asked quite frequently. What Sissy Bar is this? This is an Edward Ritchie Sissy Bar. I made another video if you want more specifics. I think this was about $280 or $300, around that price point. But man, it is an amazing Sissy Bar. I get lots of questions about that Sissy Bar. So hit up my man Edward Ritchie on, I think Etsy is where he sells them. Installation was pretty simple, couple of bolts, boom, on the side, and then you're done. Okay, so that's the Sissy Bar. Then I put this little seat bolt here. I don't know if you can see it. This is just a little revolver seat bolt that I got from eBay. And it did come with like these little mini shells. Let me see if I can pull one out. It did come with like these tiny little shells that you put in. I thought that was kind of cool. I thought it would stay locked in, but I've lost all 5 of them, and that's the last one that's left. So if I do get a replacement for it, I will probably just like glue it on, use some sort of adhesive to keep it on. Harley shakes, man. What can I say? Okay, so moving to the other side, primary cover right here. This was a black one. I put a little sticker on it, but now it's all kind of coming off. I don't know where this scratch came from. You can see there. It's not really holding up too well, but for now I'm just gonna leave it as is. Okay, and then moving to the top of the bike, I have the gas cap from Harley. This was about $45 or so, pretty expensive for a gas cap, but I like the look of it. The only downside is it just moves so much when I'm riding. It moves around, and that kind of drives me crazy from time to time. Okay, and then needless to say, I did upgrade the engine to a Hammer 1250 kit. I have a few videos on that if you want to check it out. Best performance upgrade that I've done on this bike. All right, so now my previous video, my last video actually, I put the Biltwell Z bars on and the Arlen and Ness grips. Loving it so far. So check out that video if you guys want a little bit more of an in-depth review / opinion about these bars and grips. And then last but definitely not least, you know, in that video I mentioned I had to remove the turn signals because they just wouldn't fit. The turn signals would normally go right here, and it would just bump into the edge of the fairings. And so I had to remove that. I thought about relocating it down here, but I just didn't like the how it looked. So I looked around and I wanted daytime running lights as well as turn signals. So I found these mirror lights from Custom Dynamics. Really cool. And then I'll turn it on for you guys. So daytime running lights, and then if you turn on the turn signals, turns orange. Also does that with hazard lights. And what's cool is if you come around to the side, turn signal is right here as well, so people from the back can see you. That installation was fairly easy. I just used some posi taps. If you guys don't know what posi taps are, just look them up. It allows you to basically not have to cut into the wire, but there's like these little things you screw into the wire, and then you can hook up the other wires. I don't know if that all made sense, but I could have, you know, tapped into the actual harness, but I didn't want to have to remove all these the plastic things, and you know, I was just like, I'm just gonna do a quick and dirty job, and that seemed to have done it. It's holding up well. You can see the other side here. I think those are all the modifications that I've done to the bike so far. There's still a lot more that I want to do. Primarily the shocks. I do want to get my shocks lowered, probably with some Burley slammer kits. Everyone goes for those. And then there's a few more things that I have coming, and I'll show you them in as they come in. But for now, really happy with the bike and the modifications that I've made. If you guys are interested in knowing more about some of the other things, just hit me up, leave me a comment, let me know what you have questions on, and I'll try to get back to you guys. All right, well, thanks for tuning in. I'm gonna bounce, I'm gonna go for a ride, and I'll see you next time. Peace.